Hello you guys, welcome back to my kitchen, welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you here. We are doing a kitchen clean out, deep clean, declutter, reorganize, and I will probably be doing some meal prep as well in here. I wanted to take you guys along for the ride. I know you guys love organizational type of stuff, and I know you love meal prep, so this will be right up your alley. Make sure you comment down below, what is your favorite part when you clean the kitchen? I know that sounds weird, but for me, like, I don't love cleaning it, I love organizing it. So that's like my little treat for myself. Is that I will organize it at the end. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like these kinds of videos. It really helps me know what to keep pushing out on my channel for you guys, and subscribe before you go. That's Logie Bear in the background, and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna show you guys all the nitty gritty. We definitely need to start with like our daily chores. I haven't done those this morning because I wanted to show you what I do. I need to empty out the dishwasher. It's clean. We run it every night. And then I need to put the dishes back in. I've got some towels laying out here. I just cut up a snack for Logie Bear, and I am like notorious for leaving open cabinet doors. But you guys can see like on my cabinet doors, I really need to get in there and clean. Like they just need a good scrubbing. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. You can even see it down here. And then if I am feeling up to it, I am going to try and get rid of this right side of the oven. I completely scraped off the left side and the middle. It's totally clean, but you can still see all that black down in there. That is like burned on butter. And then we're gonna try and do something with this door. You guys gave me a couple of remedies for this guy, so hopefully it works. And if it does, I will definitely let you know. Okay, all of my pans on the stove are clean. I usually leave my cast iron out, but I'm gonna put these all away just so I have room to clean everything. All right, time to empty the dishwasher so that I can get all that stuff out of the sink. You're gonna help me? Yes, that does go in there. Great job. Silverware, very good. Yes, give all the sharp things to mommy. Very good. Yes, good, good. Very good. Hey, one more. We got one more sharp thing. Very good. Oh yes, get the water out. Very good. Get that water out. Next order of business here, I have this like huge thing of baking soda. I'm basically just gonna make a paste with this and then add some lemon essential oil into it. And we're gonna paint it on our oven, like the bottom of our oven. One of you guys sent this to me over on my Instagram. You sent me a girl's page and you were like, it reminds me of you when you were saying that you wanted to find an oven cleaner that wasn't like easy off because I'm pregnant. And even if I wasn't pregnant, I don't really want to use something that harsh in chemicals. I like to keep a toxic free home as much as I possibly can. So we're just going to do a crap load of lemon. We did some Force of Nature cleaner, some baking soda, and essentially we're just going to paint this on like a paste and leave it there for a little bit. I've kind of rubbed it into the spaces that I want it to be. So I am going to go ahead and leave this for like an hour or or so. That's what the girl said. She actually wiped it off right immediately, but she didn't have burnt on butter like I did. So I'm gonna throw these guys back in just so I don't have to work around them. And then we are going to get on our kitchen cabinets in the meantime. For my cabinets, I'm actually just gonna be using my Force of Nature cleaner. What I have left of it, I actually have some more cooking right now. And the reason I'm doing my cabinets before I even go ahead and do anything else like my countertops or anything is because anything that scrapes off of here is gonna land on the countertop. So I would essentially be doing it twice. I want to show you guys this cabinet in particular. I don't know if you can even really tell, but there's like a layer of grease on here, and that's because it's directly next to the stove right here. And so anything that splatters just comes right up on this. You can see like the yellow. Sorry, it's not really, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna wipe all of that away. Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying. I haven't even sprayed it yet, and look how wet it is. It's just all grease. These are right above the stove. I just finished cleaning all the lower cabinets as well. Here comes Loki Bear. Hi. And I'm sitting on one of Loki Bear's tiny little chairs, if you can see that. And we are going to figure out if this worked. I kind of scrubbed a little bit, and it does seem like it's coming off, but it's gonna take some elbow grease. Holy cow, you guys, that took some elbow grease. Oh my gosh, but it looks so much better. I haven't gotten to that part yet. This definitely took me a lot less time with the like scouring powder, which is the baking soda thing that we made. This would have taken me like 3 days to do, which is what that little section and that little section took me. And I just whipped that out in about 30 minutes, I'd say. That is not bad, especially if you're not wanting to use a bunch of chemicals. I have my little helper here. He came in from a walk with Daddy. It's now the next day, by the way. Just finished the oven. I know it doesn't look like I finished, but I scraped everything off. You guys, holy cow. This took probably an hour and a half. It's done, and I didn't use any harsh chemicals on my body, which is important for growing baby right here. And this guy, huh? Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a wet rag, just gonna clean it out, and then I'm gonna spray it with the Force of Nature and clean it out that way. Very good. I'm putting in some essential oils, and he wants to smell them. Smell them. Ooh, does that one smell good? Yeah, lemon is one of your favorites, huh? Very good. Which one's next? Okay. Next up is organizing. I have these 4 drawers right here in my kitchen, and they've just become a little bit cluttered. I feel like I don't have enough space for quite everything, so maybe I need to declutter, get rid of some stuff, maybe put some better organizers in here. So we have our silverware drawer. We've got our drawer down here that is like all of our cooking utensils, and as you can see, Logie Bear's been here. We have kind of like our junk drawer down here. And then the very bottom one, actually, like, it just needs to be reorganized, but this one actually stays pretty organized because we only keep in there like what I need. First order of business, I think we just need to take everything out. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Good. So I just bought this expandable silverware tray at Home Goods. It was $15. It's by the brand MadeSmart. It was just the nicest looking one there. It's even got like the little grippers in the bottom. Oh, and that's cute. You can hardly see it. You won't be able to see it on camera, but like in this little white section, it says fork, fork, spoon, spoon, knife. And then you can expand it for bigger sections. So I just wanted to make sure it fit before I took off the packaging. I'm also going to clean it before we use it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it looks so much better. So I have all of our like steak knives back here, which I probably wouldn't keep something like this, but we use them daily and we go through all of them daily. And then I have a few little baby spoons, things that we aren't really using right now, but if I put them away anywhere but here, I'm not gonna remember to bring them out for sis. And then I have some Hydro Flask straws back there that if I need a new one, I can use that. And then a straw to Logie Bear's cup. So keeping all the straws and knives up there. We've got some knives down here. I love the way these scissors look. We've got our chip clips, little spoons, big spoons, little and big forks, and then knives. That drawer is done. We're on to the next drawer, you guys. This one's kind of horrible. So we're just gonna pull everything out like I did last time and see where we can go from there. This is the container that I got to go in this drawer. It just has bigger sections. It's by that same brand, MadeSmart, again at Home Goods for $10. And I think it fits nicely. I would have loved for it to fit all the way across with like an expandable one, but they didn't have any expandable ones with like the bigger dividers. So we will make this work. Also grabbed this measuring spoon set from Home Goods. It was $3.99. So I've had this one before, loved it, but Logie Bear ended up losing a few of them, but they snap together. And I like that I don't have to deal with like a ring of them, like hitting my hand while I'm trying to measure something out. You can just take one off and then snap it back on. So I'm gonna place it in here so you can see where I would put it, but I actually need to wash these first in the dishwasher. Look how much better this looks, you guys. A simple divider just makes all the difference. So let me show you. I've got all my spoons over here. We've got a big ladle, a spaghetti spoon, a slotted spoon, a regular spoon, and then a wooden spoon. I use all of these all the time, except for the wooden spoon, but there are a few things where the wooden spoon comes in handy, enough that I'll keep it. Our 3 spatulas right here. I honestly could probably use more spatulas. We use spatulas all day long. I think maybe I need to invest in like some matching ones. That would make this look a lot nicer. We've got our peeler down here, which I use a lot. We've got our whisk, which I do use sometimes for baking, and then our meat chopper back here, and our tongs. All of these things are things that I use often enough that we are keeping them. Otherwise, I would have gotten rid of them, but I did just do a decluttering of this not too long ago. We have our pizza cutter. We've got a salad chopper, which this makes all the difference. I'll link it down below for you guys. It is incredible. If you like to eat salads at home, it'll take it to the next level, and I honestly can't really eat salads without it. Just makes them taste so much better when it's in fine pieces. Can opener and our measuring spoons. On to the next drawer. I I went through all the papers and everything that was in there and realized we didn't even need to keep any of that stuff in here. So I just reused the wire basket for this type of stuff. And usually I'll have one more thing of freezer bags. I usually do like a smaller quart size and then like a bigger size like that. Right now we're out. I think that looks great for right now. Last drawer. So like I said before, I don't really need to declutter anything out of here, but I can see like there's a bunch of crumbs down there and stuff, and just it needs to be like reset. But everything in here, well, I think everything we use, we might actually be able to get rid of that magic bullet since I use my full-size blender so much. Let's take a look. Found something that I was not expecting to find. You can see this is all the stuff that's fallen down from the other drawers. And you know what's funny? That little thing back there is a sewing kit. I just bought a new one because I couldn't find mine anywhere. Here it is. So I pulled out the bottom drawer. We're gonna clean this out. But I can't reach it with my pregnant belly. Come on in. Would you like a snack? Yeah, what's in there, Tui? Like, there's nothing in there. That's so stinking silly. Okay, I just got this little container as well from Home Goods, $3.99. It's by the brand Frigidaire, you know, like the fridge brand. And I'm just gonna clean it off and I'll show you what we're putting in here. It's the perfect size. Here is what this drawer is looking like now. So I have all my baking dishes down there, like my 9x13, and then I don't know what size that one is. My loaf pan, and then my cheese grater. They all fit very nicely stacked together. And then I have my oven mitt, and this little Frigidaire thing, the little organizer fits this hand mixer perfectly with its two attachments. And I use that almost, I'd say at least weekly. Definitely needed to keep that. We are getting rid of our little blender thing here that we never use because I use the big blender more often. I think this one looks so good. Next task, you guys, we're moving on to my tiny pantry. This is exactly why I have a food storage in my garage, because this is actually just a regular cabinet that should be for dishes and stuff, but we don't have anywhere else to put anything. I don't know why they even make homes without pantries. I don't get it. Like, where are you supposed to put your food? For the most part, things are organized. They do need to be put back a little bit. Like, these bins need to just be maybe restocked with like some snacks and stuff. The bins seem to be doing pretty well for us. However, these two wire bins right here, I feel like are just collecting a lot of stuff. It's hard for me to lift them in and out. So I'm gonna try a new solution. We're gonna see if it works though, but I definitely need to just get everything out, make sure we don't have anything expired in here, and just clean it out. We're all cleaned out. I put everything on the countertop here. We're just gonna go through it, make sure nothing's expired, throw away whatever is, and then I'm just gonna start putting it back in. This one isn't like a total rehaul of doing organizational stuff, but I have found that these little bins work so well. Doesn't look like I've made any progress, but I actually just made this little bin right here that has like all of our mix-ins. So like if we're having oatmeal or something like that and you want to put some sliced almonds in there, or maybe some dried apricots, or maybe some dried bananas, or some chocolate chips, this is where I've had like a mix-in bin before, and it's actually worked really well for us. Even though maybe some of the items don't go together, they're how we use them together. So also threw a trail mix in there. I need to remember to eat that. Some of these guys are about to go bad, but they're not quite bad yet. So I wanted to give ourselves a chance to eat them. I'm gonna go ahead and put in at least the bins that I know belong in there and don't need a ton of organizing. This bin is going to go in next. We've got some gluten-free pizza crust back here, and then just some ready-to-go flour, like gluten-free flour that's ready to use. Typically, you might see this in like a baking box, but honestly, my flour I grab for so often that I wanted it out and easy to grab. This is how I've always kept it. It's usually not this empty though. We just use the last of our pancake mix, which also lives in here, and any kind of muffin mixes is also what I keep in here. So we're gonna throw this guy up right next to our mix-ins. This bin right here, you guys have seen before. We're running a little low. Clearly I need to do a Costco haul, but this is Logie Bear's snack bin. So we've got some pouches in here. We have some fig bars. We have these little like fruit leathers and some of these made good granola minis. I honestly could probably refill this with some things from the garage, but I just want it off the counter for right now and going back where I know it belongs. This one I don't really want to switch up the positioning of. Some of these I am switching the position of them around in here, but this one is so easy to grab because it's right there. Okay, and then you can see that I have some hot chocolate up here. I also have this passion tea from Tazo, so I'm gonna put it right in front of the hot chocolate so that I can see it. And then our oats. So because we grab for our oats so often, I'm actually just gonna leave these out on their own, and I'm gonna put them right next to our little fixins box right there. I think it'll go great there. Next step, I'm going to be cleaning out these bins that I got, and they fit perfectly. They were only $5.99 at Home Goods, and these are just some larger fridge and freezer bins is what it says. It's by the brand Totally Kitchen. Quick tip, if you're having a hard time getting the stickers off of your things, just rub some lemon essential oil on it, let it sit, and then you can easily just slide it right off. I've made a little baking box here. We've got some cacao powder, some almond meal or flour, some potato starch, some cassava flour, cornstarch, just a little bit of what I have left of coconut oil, some baking powder, some of these baking cups, a little packet of yeast, some nutritional yeast right here, powdered sugar. So I knew I needed a baking box because I had one prior and it worked well. I just didn't like the bin that it was in. My baking box is gonna go right up there. Last basket that I just made is this little snack bin. I even cut off the tops of all the bags that like we just had too many of them because they make it a lot bulkier. So here's what we've got. We've got some of these banana chips in here, which are the plantain chips, corn-free tortilla chips by the brand Siete, 2 things of popcorn that were clearly at almost the very end of. This is like the kettle corn one, and this is the regular kind of popcorn, both by the brand Lesser Evil. We have our Heavenly Hunks back here, the birthday cake kind, and then these dark chocolate nuggets. Our snack bin is actually going to go right next to Logie Bear's snack bin, but I need 2 hands. Alrighty, newly organized little pantry tour for you guys. So over here we've got our teas, hot chocolate, Logie Bear snack bin, and then another snack bin. He's also welcome to these, but I'd say more adult snacks. Up here we've got some oats, some coconut sugar, all of our mix-ins and dried fruit and nuts. We have some flours, some gluten-free pizza crust back there. Also what will go there is like pancake mix, muffin mixes. We have a baking bin. We have a huge 5-pound bag of organic sugar up there, which you get from Costco. I have 1 can of tuna left. I have a thing of coconut oil, and then the organic whole cashews right there. We have moved on to my spice cabinet, which is the part that I am like least excited to do, but most excited to see the change. I just measured, and this is the one that's gonna fit in there. I got it from Home Goods. It's by the brand iDesign. I really love the iDesign stuff. You can get a lot of it at Costco too. And this is their fridge bin. It's $5.99 at Home Goods. In my bin here, I have all of these same Kroger spices that you get in like the dollar section. Some of them are a little more than $1, but anyways, I have them in there so that they are also alphabetical, because this still doesn't help my problem of not being able to see them all at one time. But if they're alphabetical, I'll know kind of approximately where to grab. It already looks so much better. Hoping that the next place we move into has a bigger spice cabinet so that I can actually see things, or at least set them up on like risers, but I don't even have that option here. So I've got all my most used spices down here, some miscellaneous spices up there along with like some mixed up spices. And then we have all of our spices up there, and it's finally clean. This is exactly how he keeps busy when I'm doing my organizing or cleaning or whatever. I have all of his toys down here in our space. What would you call that? Like a little play area. Cute bin, good job. And he loves putting them away too. And this is how I keep them organized. I usually just put 1 toy per shelf, except for the books. And that way he doesn't get overwhelmed with his choices. But by far, as you can tell, the Love Every ones are the ones that get played with the most. And they are pretty much the only ones we have on the shelves now. Tell him. You know what's crazy too is actually let me see if I can find them. The Love Every books are actually his favorite too. And I can't find them because he's out reading them. Hang on. Good job. I love his creativity. Good job, buddy. This is why I couldn't find the books, because he literally had them strewn across the living room. These are the two that he asks for the most. Graham turns 2, which is fitting because he will be turning 2 here in July. He loves it. It's about a birthday party. And then Bia gets a checkup. Can I show them? You want me to read it? Okay. Ready? Bia gets a checkup. Okay. You love these books, huh? Daddy and Bia are going to Dr. Cooper's office for her checkup. Bia gets to push the elevator button. Bing. Oh, go ahead. Bing. Bia loves to look at the fish tank. It's filled with lots of fish. Let's count them. Good. 1, 2. Very good. 3, 4, 5. Yes, there's 5. He already knows there's 5 without counting them. When it's Bia's turn, she follows Nurse Amy, who measures how tall she is. Bia has grown 2 inches since the last time she was here. Can you say 2? 2 is like this. 2. Good job. For instance, with this one game from Love Every, it comes with these little 4 like token type things. Here you go. You want to play with it? And just in this one game alone, there's several ways that he can do it. And it's basically teaching about like object permanence, so that like when he can't see it anymore, it's still there. That's what it's teaching him. I know I look a little different than in my video today, but I'm actually about to get ready to do the video. And I'm serious, you guys, these Love Every toys literally keep him busy all day long. So they'll keep him busy while I'm getting ready, and then they'll keep him busy while I'm filming as well. I've shared Love Every with you guys before. A couple of you guys have bought it since then, and I have heard nothing but rave reviews. I only use companies that we have personally used and love. We bought our own Love Every toys before they even contacted me. And honestly, they have been the most amazing company to work with. They've been so kind and so nice. Anyways, we love the Love Every toys. I love that they promote like creativity, and like he has to figure out the way to play with them himself. That just makes me really happy to know that he's using like his critical thinking skills. And I like that they look really nice too in our little shelving unit over here, and that I can still keep things like minimal. So minimal cleanup, but still he's getting the most for his brain. Does that make sense? Alrighty, you guys, you can obviously tell it is not the same day as when I was organizing my kitchen. Our plans got a little bit thrown off today, but honestly, I think this is a good tip. So sometimes when I know that I'm going to be taking on a huge project, like when we did the garage this past weekend, we will either make a super easy dinner that night, or I will make enough dinner for 2 nights in a row the day before if I've like planned it out that I'm going to do it, which usually I do have to nowadays, especially with a little toddler running around. It's just a lot easier to make sure that like Derek is around to help with him. So that is what I am doing tonight. I will be organizing my kitchen tomorrow, but what we have behind me, I'm going to be showing you guys real quick. We're going to be making some creamy chicken enchiladas, and I think you guys are going to be shocked at how easy these are and how fast they come together. I just went ahead and chopped all of my veggies up, or diced them, whatever you want to call it. You can put any veggies that you want to in here. Here's what I'm doing tonight. 1 bell pepper. We've got a bunch of mushrooms that I kind of diced up finely. These will kind of shrink down a little bit as well, just to kind of beef it up and give it a little more substance. And then we have some white onion chopped up here. This is just a half an onion. It was a massive onion. You could also add in beans. You could also add in rice. Anything that you have on hand, any kind of veggies that you like, go ahead and throw them in there. Then I have 2 packs of these Siete cassava flour tortillas, kind of warmed up. I just did it over here on my cast iron real quick. You can see it. I did 2 packs because these are like the smaller tortillas. They're almost like street taco size. I wanted to make sure that I have enough for 2 nights in a row. And then we have our green enchilada sauce right here. And then also to the group, I just added our rotisserie chicken. These were previously frozen, and I was just kind of defrosting them really quickly, but the chicken's already ready made, so that is super easy. If you don't have a rotisserie chicken, just go ahead and start with like some grilled chicken, whatever you like. You can also do some shredded chicken in your crock pot. Just make sure it's already cooked and ready to go. Here's what we've got going on. I'm going to be using a 9x13-inch pan, and we're going to be assembling. Okay, I'm silly. I forgot to show you what I'm using for the creaminess. I am using this Kite Hill cream cheese. It's just the plain kind. Honestly, if they had the chive kind, I would have grabbed the chive kind. Anywhere that you can add flavor, you want to. Use any kind of cream cheese that you want, though, if you are not dairy-free, but this is a great dairy-free cream cheese. You guys can see that I have my oven preset to 400 degrees. And I'm gonna be going ahead and putting my cast iron back on the heat here, probably just over medium heat. Because I don't want a super long cooking time in the oven, I just feel like it takes so long. I'm going to be prepping my veggies on the stove. I also think I can give them more flavor this way. So I'm just gonna be heating up my pan with a little bit of olive oil in it, and then we're gonna be searing the veggies up. So now that I have all of my veggies mixed with the oil, I'm actually gonna wait a little bit to season them, but I will be seasoning them. You just wanna make sure, like whenever you're cooking mushrooms, that you wait to season them with salt. The salt will help them expel their extra water, but we are trying to saute our veggies right now. We're not trying to steam them. So that's why I'm waiting until closer to the end for the salt. Something else that would be incredible in this recipe would be a can of salted corn, drained, of course. Derek right now, his corn still really bothers him. That's one of his top allergens. Logan and I are starting to add corn back into our diet, but that crunch of the corn would be incredible here. Also, if you want to take an easy way out with the veggies, go ahead and get them pre-chopped, or you can just quickly do them yourself. It only took me about 5 minutes, and I love to save the money on that because you're definitely paying for the convenience of it. And then if you wanted to, you could even do jarred roasted bell peppers already. Well, my veggies are being prepped over there. I have sprayed my 9x13 pan, which is like the avocado oil spray by Chosen Foods. And then we're just gonna spread some of this green enchilada sauce on the bottom. Also want to mention it, if you are doing non-gluten-free type tortillas, you can definitely go without heating them up beforehand. But with these siete ones or any kind of gluten-free ones, you kind of have to heat them before. Now that my veggies have cooked down a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and season them with some garlic powder. We're gonna also do some salt, and then random, I know, but this Italian seasoning. But if you don't have Italian seasoning, or if you just have oregano, that's what I would be using. And then because we are making so many enchiladas today, I'm going to pour in 2 bags of rotisserie chicken, which just equals 1 full Costco rotisserie chicken. Kind of heat them together here for just a minute or so. Now that our mixture has been heating together for a little bit, I'm gonna pour in some water, and then we're gonna use a little bit of our taco seasoning right here. I get this one from Trader Joe's. It's got really great ingredients in it. Now that my mixture is warmed through and we have it spiced, I'm just gonna add in 8 ounces of the cream cheese. Let's head on to the enchiladas. So we're gonna set a tortilla down. I'm gonna take a scoop of our mixture. If you wanna add cheese inside, go ahead and do so. And then we're just gonna roll tightly. Stick it in the corner and keep going. We're gonna throw these guys in at 400 for probably 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, and we are good to go. Oh, these look incredible. I love the crackling. Here is what they are looking like. They look so good. I just put that Forager cashew milk yogurt over the top of it. If you're new here, that is my dairy-free alternative for sour cream. I just think it tastes literally exactly like it. We have the siete tortilla chips down here, some lime, and I will be putting some salsa on mine as well, but I just wanted you to be able to see the detail on these guys. They are so gorgeous. Alrighty, you guys, that is it for my kitchen declutter and organize and all the good things. My kitchen is now clean and ready to go. I am so excited. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of me and I can finally relax. This was a huge project that I knew I needed to get done before baby girl came. So hope you guys enjoyed nesting with me. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Tell me if you've made it this far in the video. Are you a toaster hider or do you leave your toaster on the counter? Because we are definitely toaster hiders. It's tucked away in one of these back cabinets. Subscribe before you guys go and I'll see you next time. Bye.